Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller with PA Creative. Today I am excited to announce a brand new feature in Divi that just kind of snuck in there in version 4.0.7. That's right, I'm talking about Google reCAPTCHA in the Divi contact form and the Divi email opt-in module. Alright, let's take a look at how to set this all up and stop spam on your Divi website. All right, so the other day I was going through the Elegant Themes changelog, reading down through every single line item. I know I do that. And so I came across this one line. It said, improved spam protection for the contact form and email opt-in modules with Google reCAPTCHA version 3. Well, now I'm thinking to myself, what did they improve? Because there's never actually been any feature except for the math problem that we all hate and looks ugly and, hurts conversions. So I decided just to check it out. They made no update post about this at this point. I mean, they might, but at the time of this recording, I'm seeing this on, I guess, within 24 hours of it posting. So I think I'm one of the first ones to spot this. But I checked it out and went into the opt-in module. I'll just show you an example here. So I have an opt-in module on my personal blog site here. So you go down here and there's a new toggle, spam protection. And you can turn on use a spam protection service. And you come up with this and you have to add an account. And the same thing applies over on the contact form. So in here, there's also still the option to use the math that you see here, but there's a new toggle. So you can use basic CAPTCHA or use a spam protection service. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. But first of all, you might be wondering, what is this CAPTCHA? So I'm going to refer to the Google reCAPTCHA website. reCAPTCHA is Google's version of CAPTCHA. Now, CAPTCHA, if you really want to have trivia that you can share with people at parties, CAPTCHA is completely automated public Turing test to tell computers and humans apart. So now you know, right? So what is reCAPTCHA? Here on their website, reCAPTCHA is a free service that protects your website from spam and abuse. reCAPTCHA uses an advanced risk analysis engine and adaptive challenges to keep automated software from engaging in abusive activities on your site. It does this while letting your valid users pass through with ease. So, yeah, in Nelson's words, it's a really cool thing that stops fake bot people. So, quote me, put that on Twitter. All right, so that's, we've reviewed what we have. So let's get started actually setting this thing up. And it's really going to be easy. Refer to my blog post. If that's over here on pacreative.com/blog. You'll find that. So what I have in there is, a lot of the screenshots and things like that. But it also helps because you can, click on links like this and get taken to the Google reCAPTCHA site, which we were just at, by the way. But anyway, so the main thing here, I think it is good if you watch this video and learn about version 3. It's different than version 2. In version 2, there was that checkbox to, let me show you. Okay, so here on the Google site, you've probably seen this. I'm sure you've used this. I'm not a robot. And then they also had the invisible reCAPTCHA badge here as well. And then there's some retired ones. But now they have version 3 out, which actually verifies the request with a score. So this can get a little bit confusing. So I do recommend that you check out their videos. It explains it a lot better than I could, the whole score thing. And we'll touch on that a little bit when we show you in the Divi module. So the first thing you want to do is click on this blue admin console button. Now, if you're not logged into Google, it's going to ask you, the normal login. So I'm actually already here. I already just set up a site. So I'm going to go ahead and click create. For you, it would automatically come to this screen right here. And so don't worry, this is actually going to be pretty simple. Just a real couple questions here. It's not going to take long at all. So the first thing is label, and this is simply a way to identify this particular site for the future. So it might be helpful to label this something. So I'm going to label this Nelson Lee Miller's blog. You can name it whatever you want. You could even use the domain name. Site name or domain name is probably what you would want to use there. And then we have the reCAPTCHA type. And I just talked a little bit about this, but you're going to need to use this reCAPTCHA version 3. Now next, you're going to want to put in the domain. Now this is important. It has to be the domain that you're registering the contact form or opt-in module for. So make sure you put that in. And by the way, if you hover over some of these, it explains that it's going to be the same for subdomains, things like that. So you'll just use one main if you have some subdomains. Then you have your email, and then of course you got to accept their terms. And this is optional, send alerts to owners. So click submit. And then next you're taken to this screen, and you're going to want to copy the site key and secret key. So let's go back to our website, and I'll show you, what that's all about. So let's go back into our contact form, turn on the spam protection, which we just did. Now select an account is empty because we need to add an account. So what it does, it brings this up. This account name, I haven't really figured out what that's for, but I think it's just like a label. You could put in the same label that you're putting back in Google. So, and then obviously here, site key and secret key. And notice they say, version 3. So that's why we're using version 3 in this tutorial. So go back and start, copying them over. And then click submit. And then what happens is it adds this, it has default, and then you could remove it if you wanted to. And the last thing here is score. So like I said, you might want to look into this a little more. I'm not the authority on what this score means. I'm a Divi specialist, so I'm just trying to show you how to integrate this. So their little thing here, reCAPTCHA version 3 returns a score between 0 and 1. So 1 is good. These are good people. They're probably not bots. 0 is probably a bot. Now, it's set at 0.5 by default. I'm just going to leave it at 0.5, and, we can play around with it. Hopefully we can share with each other in the comments what's working best for Divi here and, on our sites. But that's going to really depend on some factors. And, for now, I'm just leaving it 1.5. Okay, so again, you can do this for the contact form and the email opt-in. Now, one cool thing, once you're done doing all this, you can either go back and edit your settings that you just set up, or you can go to analytics. So it's kind of cool. You can see the total requests from the site traffic, and then your percentage of suspicious requests. And again, this is all happening here in Google. So it's google.com/reCAPTCHA/admin. And once you type that in, you'll easily be able to go there. In fact, I think I have the links in the blog post. Yes, so I do have the links here. You can always just click on that and it'll take you right there. All right, so I hope that video was helpful to you, and hopefully you can put a stop to any spam that you're getting in your email opt-in module and your contact form in Divi. If you find this type of video helpful, please subscribe and leave a thumbs up and a comment, and be sure to share it. And this is something that a lot of people are not even aware that has been released. So sharing it in your Facebook groups would be helpful to many people. All right, we'll see you in the next video.